Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good afternoon, Pak Aas, Pak Shukron, and Pak Pri. I see Pak Pri in here, and all of maths students in this room. We are still continuing the sharing sessions, but in different group and topic now. I'm Prima, who will be the moderator of the sharing sessions. So now we have group number 7. There is Mas Agni, Mbak Vicky, Mbak Nindya, and they would like to share about energy electricity projections in East Nusa Tenggara using LEAP with COVID-19 scenario. Mas Agni, Mbak Nindya, Mbak Vicky, are you guys ready to jump to the presentations now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, time and screens are yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Prima, for opening us. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear your voice clearly.
Okay. Today, we are from Group 7. There are me, Putri Vicky Hapsari, Hema Hirunindya, and Agni Nurfala who would be present our project about electricity projection. Our project title is Energy Electricity Projection in East Nusa Tenggara using LEAP or Low Emission Analysis Platform with COVID-19 scenario. As we know, COVID-19 became a pandemic with international scale in many countries, including Indonesia. This pandemic affect many sectors from health, industrial, financial, social, and also energy sector. The electrical energy has become a basic need for today's society, indeed for the people of East Nusa Tenggara or NTT. PLN, our energy company, statistics show the need for electrical energy continue to increase every year. For this reason, it is necessary to have analysis results that help project the need for electrical energy in the next few years in order to build adequate power generation facilities. Of course, the COVID pandemic indirectly affect the amount of electricity demand. Therefore, in this project, we would analyze the projection of electrical energy for the next 10 years and will be discussed with disruption of the COVID-19 pandemic. In many regions in Indonesia, we choose NTT for our project. Why? Because NTT is a province that is nominated as a priority tourism area. There is a lot of tourism attraction like Pink Beach, Padar Island, Komodo Island, Sumba Island, and Labuan Bajo. Even our government targets Labuan Bajo tourist destination to become a premium tourism. So it is estimated that the demand for electrical energy will increase rapidly. In mid-March 2020, the government established an extraordinary event and emergency response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The government has set several regulations and policies to deal with COVID-19, one of which is large-scale social restriction, or in many countries, we call it a social distancing. In energy sector, social distancing, or in Indonesia PSBB or PPKM, has an impact on energy consumption due to restriction on activities such as travel between region, transportation fleet operation, the existence of work from home in various agencies. The PSBB policy will affect the National Energy Management Plan that has been made by the government, like in RUPTL, RUN, RED, and uh, in some reference, Patriella Insugiono reported that COVID-19 pandemic caused a decrease in electricity consumption due to restriction on office, business, and manufacturing industry activity. Therefore, a separate analysis of electricity consumption in NTT is needed in the future to this pandemic. So, we, because we have attraction to this pandemic and energy scenario, our objection to this final project is first, projecting electrical energy requirement under normal condition, or we write as a BAU or business as usual. And then projecting electrical energy requirement during COVID-19 with optimistic scenario, moderate scenario, and pessimistic scenario. And then seeing the trend of difference in electrical energy consumption in normal and pandemic condition. Will be presented by my friend, Miss Hema. Please.
Okay, thanks for the time, Mbak Vicky. I will continue the presentation. For the next, we will discuss about the methods used and also the discussion of the result of the analysis of energy needs in East Nusa Tenggara with various scenarios. The analysis was carried out using the LEAP method. LEAP or low emission analysis platform system is software that can be used to perform analysis and policy on energy program and planning. The modeling methodology in LEAP is accounting for energy demand or supply. In this accounting method, it is calculated by adding up and providing energy for each type of activity. This software makes it possible to calculate demand in the coming year by entering the activity level and final energy intensity parameters. Activity level is the object of analysis. So the final energy intensity is the specific energy consumption of the object of analysis in activity level. Next slide, please. Furthermore, in the data and assumption, it can be seen that there is a data table used with customer parameter and energy intensity in each parameter. There are several sectors that are intended to be analyzed for energy needs. Finally, the data obtained is based on PLN's 2020 statistical data. In the household sector, customer parameter have the number of customer is 867,622 customer. In industry, 239 customer. In business, 33,352, and in public, in 27,875 customer. For the energy intensity parameter, the electrical value used in the household sector is 840.56 kilowatt hours per customer. In industry is 200,711.30 kilowatt hour per customer. In business is 6,961.50 kilowatt hours per customer, and last in public is 4,449.87 kilowatt hour per customer. From this data, we use the assumption of calculating energy needs without a pandemic, which is assumed to be the baseline scenario or BSA. The demand for electrical energy is 10 years from the end of the pandemic, assuming in pessimistic scenario or PAS. So 5 years from the end of the pandemic, assuming a moderate scenario or MOD, and 3 years from the end of the pandemic, assuming optimistic scenario or OPT. after the pandemic ends, conditions will return to the way they were before the pandemic occurred. Herd immunity reached by the end of 2022 growth pattern forming a V pattern. The next slide, please. The next is the assumption of energy demand growth with customer parameters in energy intensity assuming BAU, OPT, MOD, and PAS from several existing sectors. In the growth data, the demand curve obtained from a V with PDB versus time. The next slide. Next slide, Mbak Vicky. Mbak Vicky. Okay. Next is the data used to calculate future energy demand using LEAP with an example of customer parameters in the household sector assuming PES, namely COVID is expected to end in the next 10 years from 2021 until 2032 with an average demand growth of 10.22%. MOD with an estimate COVID will disappear in the next 5 years from 2021 until 2027 with an average growth of 9.03%. So in OPT, 8.55%, and other data have been added and can be seen and read. So the next. Next, we'll go to the result and discussion. In the graph, it can be seen that the assumption of BAU has a significant increase in energy demand. The smallest increase occurs in the assumption that if COVID ends in the next 10 years, a significant increase in each scenario occur related to the existence of a pandemic and the end of the pandemic period. The longer the pandemic lasts, the energy needs will not increase significantly. So next. The next results and discussion, we can see that if of all scenario, BAU is the scenario with the highest increase in electricity demand. This is due to economic growth and community activities running normally. The longer the time for economic recovery and controlling COVID-19, the electricity demand in the future will not be too significant. For the 10 years recovery period, electricity demand only increased by 2.79%. For the 5 years recovery period, electricity demand only increased by 41.87%. For the recovery period of 3 years, electricity demand only increased by 62.78%. Okay, in the next presentation about result and discussion will be continued by Mas Agni. Mas Agni, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Nindya. Next, we will discuss about the average portion of electricity demand from each sector in each scenarios from 2021 to 2032. From the diagram, it can be seen that the household sector is the largest energy consuming sectors in each scenario, and industry is the sectors with the lowest energy consumption. This indicates that the household sector is dominant in the consumption of electrical energy in East Nusa Tenggara, and in fact, the number of customers, the household sector outperforms all sectors. Next. Next, we will look at the correlation between the number of customers and energy consumption. It can be seen in the layer diagram between the number of customers in 2021 and 2032, as well as the electrical energy demand in the BAU and COVID scenarios with a recovery time of 10 years. From the diagram, it can be seen that as the number of customers increases, their energy needs also increase in the same proportion. Next. The next diagram is the COVID scenario with a recovery time of 5 years and 3 years. It can also be seen that the increase in the number of customers is proportional to the increase in the energy demand. It can be concluded that customers affect energy demand in the future. In addition, a proportional increase can also indicate that the efficiency of electricity used by consumers is not so high. Next. So we are going to read the conclusion of our presentation. The conclusion is, first, the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic in East Nusa Tenggara on the decrease of energy requirements and the form of recovery after during social leave or long periods the pandemic is going on. The second conclusion is social distancing causes activities in various sectors decrease when compare COVID-19 scenario to the BAU or business as usual scenario. The third scenario is from all scenario, business as usual scenario is the scenario with the highest increase in electricity demand. This is due to economic growth and community activities running normally. The fourth conclusion is the number of customers affects the demand of electrical energy. And the fifth conclusion is customers affect the projected electricity demand in the future. That the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mbak Vicky, Mbak Nindya, and Mas Agni for the impressive presentations. So now let's move to the last part, question and answer. But in here, I will give a limitation. So the question is only for 3 questioners. So please, for those who want to ask the questions or maybe some advice, you may use the feature of raise hand, and I will call your name. Who's gonna be the first questioner? Okay, there is Mas Aska, Mas Tirangga. Mas Agni, Mbak Vicky, and Mbak Nindya, you want to ask the questions one by one or collect the questions first and then you answer the questions? Which one?
We would answer the question one by one.
Okay. Okay, so next, I will give the first chance to Mas Aska. Mas Aska, please.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. How about my voice? Is it clear or no?
Yes, I can hear your voice.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay. So my question is, in your presentation, you have talked about future energy needs on the island of NTT with several existing scenarios. What is the reason you choose NTT as a place to reset the amount of energy used in the future? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mas Aska. So, Mas Agni, Mbak Vicky, Mbak Nindya, who's going to answer the questions from Mas Aska?
Okay, I will try to answer the Mas Aska's question.
Yeah, please.
Why we choose entity as a subject of energy projection? The reason is we choose the island or entity province because entity is one of the island that are included in the 5 tourism places that are priority development of all island in Indonesia. So we want to know the amount of energy demand that will be used in the future until 2032 with various scenarios that are in accordance with the situation in today, such as the pandemic COVID-19, and it can be seen from the result obtained that the COVID-19 disease outbreak will greatly impact the energy demand of various sectors, especially the business sectors, so that to avoid bad possibilities in the development of tourism place, it is necessary to analyze how much the energy demand in the future for entity province. That's it.
Okay, Mas Aska.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Mas Agni. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next questions, I will give to Mas Tirangga Ansori, please.
Okay, thank you. I wanna ask about in the electricity demand or scenario table, we can see that in COVID-19, it can be seen that energy needs have experienced a low increase. What is the cause of this? Okay.
Okay, who's gonna be who wants to answer the questions from Mr. Tirangga?
I will
Mr.
try
Tirangga.
to answer Mr. Tirangga question.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for your question. So, in COVID scenario, there is a low increase due to the slow recovery process. The slow recovery process will have an impact on electrical demand in each sector because there are still large-scale social restriction or social distancing. So all activity will be limited and there decrease in electricity demand in certain sector. It is clear, Mr. Tirangga?
Clear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Angga and Mbak Vicky. Next question, Mas Faris. Mas Faris, please.
Okay, thank you. First of all, it's a good presentation for Vicky's group. I want to ask something. Can you back to the pie chart demand electricity, please?
Pie chart.
Okay. Yeah, as we can see, the industrial sector is the lowest consumption of this electricity, right? So, what causes the demand for electricity in the industrial sector is the lowest? Can you tell me or tell us maybe? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Faris. Who's going to answer the questions? Mbak Nindya or others?
Okay, I will try answer the question from Mas Faris. The question is what caused the demand for electricity in the industrial sector to be lower than in other sector, right? Okay, I think that because NTT is one of the region that has a small industrial sector and is more dominant in tourism development, so that the electricity demand is the industrial sector is very small and the electricity demand in the business sector is greater because most of the NTT area is a tourism place, so that the electricity demand in the industrial sector is so large. Business sector will be larger than the industrial sector. Another reason is that according to BPPT Indonesian 2020 Outlook, which states that the industrial sector usually already use renewable energy to meet electricity needs. This can also be one of the possibilities for the small electricity demand in the industrial sector in the NTT region. That enough, Mas Faris?
Yeah, thank you for the answer.
Okay. So I think it's the end of setting sessions from group number 7. Thank you, Mbak Nindya, Mas Afni, Mbak Vicky, and of course to message students for the enthusiasm. I hope we can get more knowledge from this topic. I'll see you next. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Prima sign off.